Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I got some land for you. The kids just ran out the door to the beach. I'm like, oh, I get to make some videos. I'm going to show off some land. Let's take a look at these properties. So these are two different mobile home properties we got in Chakotay County, Arkansas. So this county, someone was just asking me in the comments on one of my other videos about this county and another property I posted last week or something. They're trying to contact. I gotta laugh. They're trying to contact the building department about some of the Chakotay County land that I've been posting. There is no building department in Chakotay County. There's no zoning department. There's no people to issue building permits or people to inspect building stuff. It's just not there. There's some regulations at the state level you still have to apply to, and federal level, like EPA regulations at the federal level. State level, they want you to make sure you're doing a septic system that's not gonna, mess with the neighbors. So, in this particular property, it's not gonna be septic. It's just gonna be sewer. You're just gonna hook into the sewer lines. So you can put two different mobiles on this property because it's two different properties. You can put one on each property. There's no building regulations, so you could fit as many. You could probably stack them if you wanted to. But I don't know. The land's so cheap in the area, you don't need to. So either you could just run these properties together, use them as one, or use them as two, however you want to do it. Maybe you want to put two mobiles in there and rent them out, or you want to build some houses, or whatever you want to do with them, or just store them away for the kids and grandkids. That's another way to do it too. So let's take a look at these properties. It's like an eighth of an acre-ish, and they're right on the street. There's a paved street, and let's blow this map up. So got this up behind me here. It's a paved street in a little town. There's some other mobiles. Looks like this guy's putting tires on the roof. Maybe a couple of them are putting tires on the roof to hold the roof down. That's one way to do it. There's a couple mobiles back here. A couple houses across the street. This one's got a trampoline. Tell the wind blows, right? You guys ever lost a trampoline in a windstorm? Oh, I had one that got stuck in the power line. My wife and I were looking out the window at night like, what is that? Is that a flying saucer? And couldn't figure it out. We're looking out the back window of our house, and the trampoline was, like stuck up this kind of thing, like up at the top of the power pole behind her house, but it was dark out. We couldn't figure out what it was up there. And yeah, trampoline took off. It was a windstorm. So here's the property. There's a light. There's already a light, like street light right over this property. It's a bit overgrown, but there's a power line there. There's no transformer on this pole. Maybe the next pole's got a transformer. Yeah, there's a transformer down there. It's probably close enough you could string off that transformer to this property here. So here's the property. There's a bunch of trees. You can rent these guys. These guys will come with a brush hog if you don't want to do this yourself. I mean, they'll go grind up the smaller stuff and chainsaw the bigger stuff. I mean, or you could go to a equipment rental place and just start renting stuff and grinding this up on your own. Look like some tall weeds here in the front. If you look over here, there's a little bit of water, so you might want to put a culvert in, like it looks like the neighbor did. It's a culvert here. They got old blocks. Let's go over here and take a look. So it looks like there used to be a house here. The blocks are still there. They had a culvert driveway kind of thing. There's a telephone pole. There's telecommunications right there. But I think where this bush starts is your property. You can see nobody's been messing with it for a long time. Hopefully you don't find a body back in there. The old owner, there might be a house in there. I don't know. It's like Christmas buying these properties. You never know what's in them. There might be a tractor, some lawnmowers, probably some old tires. I mean, most likely some old tires back in there. So there's the property. Let's jump out of here. Let's take a look at the neighborhood some. Well, I should have looked across the street. Let's do that. Let's see what the neighbors look like. So here's the property across the street. Okay, so you got some houses across the street. They look like they're still standing, still there. Someone's taking care of them. They're mowing the lawn. The roof line looks square. This person's got a covered carport. Could probably guess their age by looking at the house, but I'm gonna keep the comments to myself. I mean, down here, they got bars on the window. It might be. These people put bars on the window. I don't think it's really that kind of neighborhood. I mean, you see people, sometimes they put bars in the window in nice neighborhoods, but whatever. So here's some houses over here. Yeah, some mobiles. I mean, insurance usually costs more if you put bars on the window because you're going to get stuck in there when the fire happens, right? It's not usually the best idea, but these people thought it was. They don't have bars on the window in the front, they just have them on the back windows. So there's a neighborhood, paved streets, fire hydrants, signs, stop signs. I mean, I've seen worse neighborhoods where it's like stop sign pole with no stop sign. They don't even replace the sign. You don't want that neighborhood. This one looks better, and it's cheap, and it's easy. $799 for 2 lots next to each other. You can cut some brush, put some mobile homes on there. So click on the Buy It Now button. You can fill it out, make it yours. What you should be doing is calculating what rent is for a mobile home, because what some of the get some creative people on this website, people coming back to me to buy properties, right? The ones that find the cheapest ones in the market, they're most creative at cutting the corners, right? So, I mean, they'll like start knocking on doors. They'll look for old mobile homes. They'll go to mobile home parks. They'll go to a mobile home park and they'll ask the manager, do you have any mobile homes that you're trying to get rid of, that you want out of here, that you want off? Like they want to rent the lot to somebody else who wants to bring in their own mobile or a newer one, right? And they want to get some of those old ones out of there. Someone might have died in it. They might have gone to jail. They might have skipped paying rent, whatever. They're gone, right? And you can get those things for oftentimes a couple $1,000. That's what my uncle used to do. I mean, he used to go around Michigan at different yard sales, garage sales, and everything, and always ask. He was always shopping for John Deere tractors, but he would ask if anyone has an old mobile home they want to get rid of. And oftentimes they would say yes. My uncle, cousin, somebody. This was middle of, like Remus, Michigan area, quite poor area. And he would get replies. People would say, "Yeah, we got a mobile home. We'll sell it to you for, 2 tractors or something, some horse trading like that." And his tractors are like John Deere lawnmower tractors, not the big ones. And he'd trade, and he'd get them, and he'd go put them on land that he got. I mean, he'd get these cheap, funky properties that are like swamp, and take the tractor and start digging ditches around it to try to drain some of the water out so you could put a septic system in. But he would get those mobiles for really cheap, and he'd put them on the land, and he'd rent them out. And he had so much fun doing that. He got people to move into those mobiles, and they'd be so happy. They'd be crying happy that they got their own place to live. And that made my uncle proud, and that was always really cool. So if you're looking for cheap land to do something like that on, here's some cheap land, easy land you can get. You could put a mobile home on here, you could rent it out, or you could live in it and totally change your personal finances. Get rid of lot rent wherever you're keeping your mobile now, or buy one, pick one up, refurbish one, and get rid of the rent where you're staying now, or the mortgage where you're staying now for not much money. I mean, credit card kinds of money. So if you have a credit card, you could probably pull off buying the property and buying a mobile home and moving it to the property and hooking up the utilities. This property's already got the utilities going for it. So if you're interested in that, either for yourself or to make money off of it, this property's for you. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com, bringing you some more easy, cheap land. See you in the next one. Bye.